right, about how to live well within our faith, within our family, in our education, and in our business. We're not talking about all that stuff of perfection. We're actually just really talking about knowing how to manage life and what we're going through, you know, well, wholeheartedly enjoying living life while we're doing it. Of course, if you notice, I'm missing my dynamic duo, my buddy, my friend, Miss Alicia Peaton. I'm missing her so dearly tonight, but she is doing things to take care of self because that's what we're all about, taking care of self and making sure that we're living well in every area of our life. So listen, I don't want to belabor anything. I've got a little bit to talk about. I just want to have a conversation with you like I do with all my friends. I've been having a lot of conversations lately. I want to share with you that I recovered from COVID. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's we're not going to get into it tonight, but everybody's been trying to figure out how in the world you get COVID, um, because everyone knows I try to be extremely, extremely cautious. Um, And so, anyway, long story short, around the 15th, 16th of February, all the way until about March the 1st, I start feeling a little better. And I just literally went back to work this week. Right. So it's okay. Things happen, but I'm well, right? I went through it well. I recovered well, doing some amazing things, really, really well. And I'm glad about being with you tonight. So that's why I've been missing in action for about 3 weeks. So the very night that it was supposed to be talking with T. Rice, I was talking to Alicia and she says, and I said, Alicia, I'm just not feeling well today. I thought it was my sinus and allergies and stuff really bad. And Brittany, my amazing executive assistant, we were chit chatting, and Alicia says, well, if you're not well and if you're not feeling well, then guess what? Um, I think you need to, live by what you talk, right? And that's exactly right. We're going to live what we talk. And I didn't go on live. And I haven't been back until tonight. So we can sing this song, Baby, I'm Back. So anyway, it's just been really great. I'm really excited to be with you guys today. I know I'm a little late tonight. First time for everything. But it's okay. It's okay. It's still good. I am I'm trying to slow down so that I can get get out everything that I need to say and share with you because I've got some great information that families need to hear because everybody's living through some rough times. uh, Many people, because the question that we ask each other is, are we living well? How are we? So that's the question that we ask every Tuesday, right? Where we can tell the truth about how we really feel. Because we're living in a society and in a time right now that if we don't start being honest about our emotions and how we feel and what's going on with those emotions, we're going to find ourselves in this state of unhealthiness mentally and physically. And like my youngest son loves to say all the time, he says, Mom, I'd rather that my family is mentally well than physically well. But those of us who are a little bit more mature than a 13-year-old know that if we can stay mentally well, we'll stay physically well most times. But his point that he was trying to make was, if my family is hurt or sick, but if they're mentally okay, that means they're happy even in the midst of their sickness. And even if it means there's death, they were happy during their state. I love that kid of mine. He's pretty amazing. But speaking of states and being happy and mentally, there's so, I'm telling you guys, in the last 2 months, there's been so much death that I've had to experience within my own family, within people who are close to me, co-workers. Um, it's been a lot. And so my heart, like, on Tuesdays, that I do Let's Do 60 Seconds at 7:30, which is prayer. So we do worship-based prayer. We worship and we pray for 30 minutes from 7 to 7:30 on Tuesdays. And so tonight I was doing prayer. I believe it came from Psalms. The book of Psalms was one. I'm gonna look at that, guys. And it was, I did it, and a prayer point was Psalms 4 and 8 and Isaiah 26, 3 and 4. And really, it's just to remind people about Jehovah Shalom for peace. This pandemic, people's finances, everything, it has just caused people to be in such an uproar and to be distressed and to people wanting, when I tell you, I've heard and have had so many phone calls, and I mean from so many different people in walks of life that I've had. People are hurting, and I know that you might be hurting too if you're listening to me, or family members are hurting, or death is happening, financial situations seem to be collapsing. And so you're saying, T. Rice, how in the world am I supposed to be well when my finances aren't right? How in the world am I supposed to be well when, my kids are not feeling well? We're sick with COVID. How are we supposed to live well? And so, guys, it's not about perfection. It's about being able to go through the process, feel the pain of the process, feel the grief of the process, and feel the joy when you've come through the process. And so I've had to experience that. I've had to experience the grief. My aunt died uh, January, and I'm gonna keep myself together. And I don't have any tissues close by me, but I'm keeping it together. My aunt died in January. I got COVID in February. My matriarch aunt also had COVID and had some other health situations going on. And the aunt that died in January, her daughter died last week. So I have family members who are coping with grief because it's more of their nuclear family, even though she's my relative. And so my Let's Do 60 Seconds was really a lot about praying for folks today, for peace. And so that scripture in Psalms that talks about Jehovah Shalom giving us peace to rest, to lie down and sleep. Somebody's not sleeping, and my heart breaks for them. So I want to try to give you some encouragement tonight. I didn't mean to sound so mellow and somber, but if you were my friend and if we're talking, as I was talking to a friend literally right before I even came on, like, do you know I'm coming on in 30 seconds? And she's like, oh, it's Tuesday. And so people are going through a lot, myself included, but I'm still living well through it, guys. You got to find you some T. Rices of your life. And for me, I've got the Zandras of the life, and Lynette's of my life, and Alicia's of my life, and Lisa's of my life, my core, and then my close family members, Stephanie and Edna. I've got people who love me. And I know some of us may not have that. So I'm hoping that you all will send some positive vibes people way and pray for those who do pray. So that's what's going on. That's my well. How am I? The question, how am I? What's my truthful conversation? And my truthful conversation is that I am well, but I'm going through the process healthily, right? Crying sometimes because I miss my family members. The one that just recently died last week used to live with me and my family. So that one hit a little close to home. And I'm gonna keep it together. I'm gonna keep it together. And we're going to move it forward. On another note, listen, so we talked a little bit about family, and the whole purpose of what we're doing is talking about living well in your family, your faith, your education, and business. And so the I'm Well Network is what I really would love for you guys to remember to go sign up and become a member. It's free. Get you a free first encounter, get you a free strategic planning session with a personal consultant. Might even be me, depending on what your need is around family, faith, education, and business. But in family, we are going to be doing for those, because of so much grief and everything that's going on, and people wanting to complete suicide, people's stress levels are increasing. Family members may not know what signs or symptoms to actually look for. There are signs and symptoms that are there. You just kind of have to know what to look for. And so we're offering mental health first aid courses to help you become certified with knowing the signs and symptoms of someone in a crisis and even in a non-crisis, and what to do to actually help them. So just like CPR, where first aid and CPR is available for people, there is a first aid for mental health. And so I want to offer that to families. Share this video if you know some families who, just people who want to, at this day and time, we have to be cautious and know what to look for, right? And so, and know the simple talk or the code words that some people may use, and it just may go over your head. You may not think about it. So we definitely want to do that with the I'm Well Network. So I'm going to share my screen really quick so that you can do to see what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Let's go to I'm Well. We're family, right? We can just sit and talk. Not imwell.com. imwell.network. All right. So join the screen with me. It's fine. It's okay. If you see my stuff, it's okay. So listen, go to imwell.network and unlock your membership, your first encounter, your strategic planning session. It's all absolutely free. Okay. You get these things free, and we're going to help you be able to move forward. Set your priority, whether it's your family, your faith, your education, or your business. Listen, do that. Find out what's going on. I'm going to log into the sessions just so you can see what I'm talking about, because we've got some good stuff going on that's going to help everybody to move through this pandemic. Your personal consultant can help you with some resources and connect you with resources if you're having some financial troubles. We have a COVID special that people can have. I'm going to go into the family part. I'm going to go out of that one, and I'm going to go into education because I wanted to share with folks because we've got these youth who are not necessarily getting everything they need when it comes to school. Life skills are kind of rusty right now because, kids are out and running around and doing what they need to do or want to do. And parents are trying to work or struggling to get, more stable employment. So anyway, there's a Lifetime Leaders Academy that we've got for teens for grades levels 6 through 12. And we can offer some extra extended support around that situation to help to help teens maneuver through these challenges that they're going through, emotional, you know, challenges that they may encounter and may not tell you guys as parents. And so, people talk differently around other folks. So just wanted to share that resource with you guys, so that you'll be able to have some help and support, or know that we're there to help you all with everything. And so I think Brittany is helping us with comments tonight. I see everybody, some people that were on. Hi, Morella. Hi, Barbara, and Julie and Stephanie and Angel. Hey, everybody. Hi, lady. Uh, and Miss Julia. Yes, good old friends that were been around for a long time. But listen, I did want to share that Alicia's not here tonight because I really wanted her to touch base on how to better help everybody when it concerns the where we are right now. I'm trying to stop this on my page from talking while I'm talking. But I think Brittany's responding to people. If anyone has any specific questions about any resources or information or about what I'm Well network can do. We've got faith. Oh my goodness. So we're having this Faith Impact Summit that's going to be in May. We're also doing a well check for everybody to make sure that people are okay in their faith communities. And so I'm really, really excited about that. Really, really, really excited about that. And teaming up with, of course, Alicia and Dr. Bishop Robert Locklear. And, they were here in the beginning of Talking with T. Rice months last year. And we talked about the church hurts and things of that nature. And so we want to make sure that our faith families are living well. We want to make sure that our faith families are taking care of themselves. And most importantly, those leaders within the faith communities know the signs and symptoms and how to help their congregations and organizations that they are a part of and what they're doing. So that's some good stuff and good resources that I wanted you to know, and I got it to you. So let's see what else. How about that stimulus money? Some of us gonna get it, some of us are not, but it's okay. Whichever way we go to get what we're going to get. So it has been passed in the Senate. I know that they're still waiting for things to go back through the House. I don't think it was passed today. So that, because some things were changed in the bill when the Senate, finished with it. And so, they've got to go back and agree on the same bill. And so hopefully we can get some people come back. Then don't forget to do your, it's a touchy subject. This just be out there. It's a touchy subject. Some of you still think it's a conspiracy theory about COVID. Go get the vaccination. Sorry, please. And so we need to get vaccinated, everybody. My parents, I told my parents, I said, well, isn't that funny? My parents got the vaccination and I got the COVID. And so it's real. I promise you it is. And if you want to hear testimony about some deeper things that happened during that COVID time, then you can reach out to me. Join the Brown Rice list, and you'll be able to hear about some of those testimonies and some more amazing things. So make sure you go to ToshibaRice.com and join the Brown Rice lists, right? And get your daily grains, right? Get your daily grains because, eating rice, brown rice, can keep you healthy. So anyway, just my little dry humor. But I know I'm corny, but it's okay. So I think that's almost really it, guys, that I needed to share with you and just have a talk. I like to be low key. I don't got to be all glammed out and all this other stuff. I just want to talk to my friends. So I have this thing that I have is that I don't share to be known. I just share what I know with whom I know. So, what I'm doing is not about being known, it's really about sharing what I know. So, parents, if your children are struggling, go to imwell.network and get some help for my education services and get with the education consultant. You may get me. If you need support with some family situations that's going on, or some resources, or whatever the case may be, and you want to brainstorm some things, you need some information and some resources, go to imwell.network, sign up. And faith communities, if you're struggling, a lot of people aren't telling the truth, but I think some folks are struggling in their faith because of COVID and families sick and folks dying. And people are kind of wondering, but that's another topic for another day. But we can talk about that topic and topics like that. You can go to toshibarice.com and click on my Greater Faith link. And I've got a course that's coming up in April that you can participate in that's called Church Talk Kingdom Walk. Okay. And that might help us out a little bit when we're going through these motions of this thing called life. So that might help us out a little bit for my spiritual folks. And then, of course, business. So I have an amazing business consultant through a wonderful woman named Colita. And she is working on some great plans for you guys to help you with your build a business plan. And we'll be releasing that series really soon for those who need some more strategic plans about how to develop some business stuff that they already have, but need to do some brainstorming and do a strategic overhaul. And particularly folks who say you might be in an organization or something, we would really love to help you have a healthy, happy workplace, right? So again, I'm well.network. We want to be well. So I'm well is a comprehensive training and consulting firm that um, that partners with individuals, businesses, and institutions to invest in self-care and human capital, right? So that we can have healthy and holistic and prosperous lifestyles. So that's really what it's all about. I've completely, wholeheartedly enjoyed you tonight. Find me, share me if you want to. If you want to keep me all to yourself, that's fine too. But I can only share with who I know, right? So listen, find me back here on next Tuesday. Join me for Let's Do 60 Seconds of Prayer on Tuesdays at 7, if you like. And then meet me back here at 9. And let's have a truthful conversation about how to live well within our family, faith, education, and business so we can tell the truth and say, I'm not well, I'm becoming well. And if you're really good at what you do, you can shout and say it proud, I'm well, wholeheartedly enjoying living life. And I have wholeheartedly enjoyed you tonight, everybody. Don't forget, join the Brown Rice list. And don't forget, I'm well.network. Great things going on over there. I want you to be a part of it because I want you to say, regardless of what you're going through, that you're well. So until next time, my friends, have a positive and productive